The second question is on the scandalously neglected question of the Rohingya people in Burma. On the eve of two important demonstrations in England. One is in Birmingham and the other in Bradford. I'm speaking at the Bradford one at Centenary Square at 7 p.m. on Saturday night, if you can be there. The speakers are myself, Salma Yaqub, Yvonne Ridley, Rohingya speakers, and others. It's going to be a big outdoor rally to try and break into the media, which has neglected what is effectively an ongoing genocidal campaign to wipe out the Rohingya people from Burma. Just to recap on what's happened. Scores, maybe hundreds of thousands of the Rohingya are in flight, are on the cruel seas, in leaking, sinking boats, trying to find somewhere that will rescue them from their plight. The others, many of them, hundreds of thousands of them, are in camps where they are regularly threatened by the pogrom of the Burmese nationalist fanatics who believe them to be impure, who believe them to be not Burmese, even though their families have lived there for centuries and once had their own independent kingdom there in what is now the state of Burma, which is ruled by a military junta. Now, the question, is the world neglecting the Rohingya Muslims, is an easy one to answer. The answer is yes. A better question would be why? And the answer to that, I'm afraid, is filthy lucre, or in a different case to which I shall turn in a moment, votes. In the case of the filthy lucre, in one of the last conversations, it might even have been the last conversation I ever had with Tony Blair, he told me that if he could, he would invade several countries. One of them was Burma. He said he would, if he could, invade Burma in order to get rid of the military dictatorship there. He's now working for that military dictatorship. Why? Because there's a lot of money and resource in Burma that many people want to get their hands on. And that's true of most of the countries of the world. They want to exploit the quiescent, downtrodden population of Burma in order to get their goods, in order to steal their wealth, as empires always do. Now, there is a woman called Aung San Suu Kyi who was a Nobel Prize winner and who was widely admired around the world because of her dignity under oppression by that very same Burmese junta. Now she is free. She is traveling. She's speaking. But she's not saying a word about the Rohingya. She is tacitly, therefore, complicit in the massacres of the Rohingya people. And for that reason, I think she should hang her head in shame. But she's doing it because she doesn't want to lose votes amongst the fanatic Burmese nationalists with their ideals of racial purity, even though she herself is a victim of those very vicious ideas. They tried to ban her for running for the presidency of the country because they introduced a law that anyone who had a child who wasn't 100% Burmese could not run for president. And of course, her son is half English and has a British passport as well as a Burmese passport. So she knows how vicious this nationalism is, but she's not prepared to say a single word about it. So, is the world neglecting the Rohingya Muslims. Hussein is in